Thanks for keeping us company here. You know, the first A in NASA stands for aeronautics, and one of the agency's goals is to make supersonic flight quieter.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be impossible to do. All that power, but no noise, or less noise. Now, the test pilot behind a brand new experimental plane visited Cleveland after a successful first flight. Betsy Kling explains why in this week's Growing STEM.
The X-59 is a one-of-a-kind aircraft, and that same can be said about its test pilot, Nils Larson.
Let's go have some fun.
Flying the airplane is exciting, but that engineering is really exciting as well. So, you know, the geeky engineer in me just loves this job.
The goal of the X-59's mission is to fly supersonic, or faster than the speed of sound, without generating loud sonic booms. Instead, NASA hopes to turn those booms into softer thumps. Larson took the X-59 on its maiden flight this past October.
It's very stable.
He said he wasn't nervous before the flight.
And a lot of that is just because you'd worked with this team for so long. You worked with the designers, you worked with the people who actually physically built the airplane. You know, you tested, you trained with these people, so you knew that when game day came, you know, you knew that you were going to get home safe.
Engineers at NASA Glenn Research Center played a key role testing the X-59 in the supersonic wind tunnel. That's why Larson made a stop in Cleveland to say thank you.
Because they are part of our team, but it's tough when you're spread across the country. So it's kind of nice to come back and celebrate with them and give them the news and let them feel a little bit of maybe what it felt like to go be there.
That first flight topped out at just 230 miles per hour. Now that is far from supersonic, but that was by design.
When we're test pilots, we go a little bit faster, a little bit higher, a little bit faster, a little bit higher, and we're doing different maneuvers all the way through. So this was the very first thing to do. And because this is a brand new airplane, the first flight, all you want to do is land.
Larson says taking a new plane on its first flight is a dream for any test pilot. For Growing STEM, I'm Betsy Kling, 3 News.